It was supposed to be a quiet Sunday evening in Orland Park, Illinois. A mother and her teenage daughter safe inside their own home, completely unaware that death was already on its way. Within minutes, one life would be stolen, another left fighting for survival, and the attacker himself would meet a violent end. But the question that lingers is chilling. What drives someone to step across that line? What turns a man into a killer? Tonight, we peel back the layers of a crime soaked in blood, rage, and unanswered questions. And as you listen, ask yourself, how far would a murderer's mind would foe if no one was there to stop them? They say every murderer has a moment, a breaking point where thought turns into action and fantasy turns into blood. In Orland Park, Illinois, one man reached that moment. He stepped into a quiet suburban home carrying more than a weapon. He carried rage. He carried obsession. He carried the twisted justification that somehow what he was about to do made sense. For killers, silence before the act is intoxicating. The pounding heartbeat, the anticipation, the sense of power building inside. This man tasted it all. Then he struck. The man entered with a blade in his hand, sharp, cold, deliberate. To him, it wasn't just a weapon, it was control, it was dominance. And it was the end of innocence. The teenage girl was his first target. She barely had a chance to react before the knife plunged into her. Again, and again. Each stab silencing laughter, silencing youth, silencing a future she would never live to see. She crumbled to the floor, her lifeblood soaking into the very walls of the home she thought would protect her. Her mother rushed in, a scream breaking through the air. Instinct took over. She fought for her daughter, for herself, for survival. But the man was relentless. He turned on her with the same blade, slashing, stabbing, cutting her down. Every wound etched into her body was a mark of his fury. She fell, wounded but not gone. Her breath shallow, her body trembling, her will refusing to give up. But this killer had miscalculated. He forget about witnesses. He forget about neighbors. He forget that when you bring death into a home, the world comes crashing, and neighbors had heard. The screams, the chaos, the sound of something evil erupting inside a quiet house. Calls flooded 911. Moments later, the flashing lights arrived. Red and blue poured into the neighborhood. Officers rushed to the door, weapons drawn, shouts echoing, "Police, drop it!" But killers rarely surrender. He faced them with the same rage that drove him moments before. A blade in his hand, defiance in his eyes. And in that split second, gunfire shattered the night. The officers' bullets found their mark. Gunfire cracked through the night. And just like that, the man who thought he held the power lay powerless, lifeless. A murderer's reign cut short by the very violence he lived in. Inside the house, the aftermath was devastating. A teenage girl, gone forever. A mother stabbed, broken, but still breathing, clinging to the hope that she might survive. What remained was silence. The kind of silence that only follows horror. This is the truth about murder. It always ends badly, for someone. Sometimes the victim, sometimes the killer, but always for both.
Kindly subscribe, like, and share for more chilling contents like this.